morning, students. How are you all? Hope all you will be in your home and very much safe and be aware with corona. During this lockdown period, I have sent many of my notes and I have given some assignment works in practical, also in condensed matter physics. Now I tried to give my views through this type of online lectures. Hope it will be useful for you. Today, in the first lecture, I want to share the ideas about Fermi-Dirac statistics and electronic distribution in the solids, and what is the relationship between this Fermi-Dirac statistics and the distribution of electrons in the solids. This question covers in the 4th unit. In the coming days, I will post other lectures also. I am planning to post other lectures also. Hope it will be very much useful for you. Okay, so today's lecture, I will give you the introduction about Fermi-Dirac statistics and what is the difference between Bose-Einstein and Fermi-Dirac statistics, and what is about Fermi function, then how this Fermi function relates the distribution of electrons in the solids. Okay, now we will see one by one. In statistical mechanics, there are three statistics: Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics, Bose-Einstein statistics, Fermi-Dirac statistics. You all read already about these three statistics. In Maxwell-Boltzmann statistics and Bose-Einstein statistics, there is no restriction on the particles to be present in any energy state. If there is an energy state, there may be 2 electrons, there may be 3 electrons, there may be 4 electrons, so there will be no restriction. But in the case of Fermi-Dirac statistics, it is not the case. Let us consider an electron. It is applicable to Fermi-Dirac statistics as electron gas. Okay, right. Now, these Fermi-Dirac statistics particles will obey Pauli's exclusion principle. What do you mean by Pauli's exclusion principle? No 2 electrons has the same 4 quantum states or quantum numbers. No 2 electrons in a state has same 4 quantum numbers. What are the quantum numbers? Main quantum numbers n, l, s and ms. If one electron has 1n, 1s, 1l, 1ms, then another will have another only. If both electrons have the same 4, then it should be excluded. Hence it is called as Pauli's exclusion principle. You read it all in the earlier statistical physics or in atomic physics. Okay, then in Fermi-Dirac statistics, only one particle can occupy a single energy state. Only one particle can occupy a single energy state. But in the case of Maxwell-Boltzmann, Bose-Einstein, what I told, there will be no restriction on the particles, but here restriction is there, only one particle will be in one state. Then this statistics is the indistinguishable particles with half integral spin. We know the distribution law, Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law, Bose-Einstein distribution law, Fermi-Dirac distribution law. We will find out the value of Ni. I given here, you see, for Maxwell-Boltzmann, Ni equal to Gi divided by e power alpha plus beta Ei. Then for Bose-Einstein, Ni is equal to Gi divided by e power alpha plus beta Ei minus 1. For Fermi-Dirac, Ni equal to Gi divided by e power alpha plus beta Ei plus 1. So these are all you studied in the distribution law. Now we will see how the electron distribution takes place in solids and how the Fermi-Dirac statistics explains that. Okay, the probability of an electron occupying a given energy level is given by Fermi function. The probability of an electron occupying a given energy level is given by a Fermi function. The equation is f of E is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus e power E minus EF divided by kBT. Here f of E is the Fermi function, EF is the Fermi energy, E is the energy of the quantum state occupied by the electron, Kb is the Boltzmann constant, and T is the absolute temperature. So this is the probability of an electron occupying a given energy state. Now at 0 degree Kelvin, the electrons can be filled only up to maximum energy level called Fermi energy level EF. At 0 degree Kelvin, the electrons can be filled only up to a maximum energy level called Fermi energy level EF. So beyond EF, all the energy levels are empty. Beyond EF, all the energy levels are empty. This is in the case when the temperature is at 0 degree Kelvin. Now there will be 4 conditions occurs. What are the 4 conditions? At 0 degree Kelvin, that is T is equal to 0, when the energy of the electron is less than Fermi energy level, the probability f of E function should be is equal to 1. That means there is 100% chance for that electron should be in the or within the Fermi energy level. When E is less than EF at temperature T is equal to 0 Kelvin, probability function f of E becomes 1. So f of E becomes 1 means the electron should be filled within the Fermi energy level. Second condition, when T is equal to 0, when energy of the electron is greater than Fermi energy level, the probability function f of E becomes 0. That means there is no chance for the electron to be filled within the Fermi energy level. The electron will not fill within the Fermi energy level. 0 chance. What is the condition 3? At T is equal to 0 Kelvin, when energy is equal to EF, the electron energy also equal to the Fermi energy, f of E becomes 0.5. That means only 50% of chance for that electron to be filled within the Fermi energy level. So these are the 3 conditions at 0 degree Kelvin. You see, I explained this in the diagram also. At the diagram, Fermi distribution curve diagram, the graph is between EF and f of E. So it will be occupied within the energy level when T is equal to 0 Kelvin. When T greater than 0, what happens? So as the temperature increases, the electron absorbs thermal energy. Due to this absorption of thermal energy, that electrons will vibrate and it will ready to move to the higher energy state. So according to Pauli's exclusion principle, what it tells, when the electron acquires thermal energy, it will be shifted towards the empty energy level. It will shifted towards the unoccupied empty energy level. So now what happens? As the temperature is greater than 0 degree Kelvin, the electron will jump to the energy level above EF, that is to the empty energy level. So what will be that energy? The value should be, according to thermodynamical point of view, it should be in terms of kT. It should be in terms of kT. Therefore, when the energy of the electron is EF plus kT, then that electron will move to the empty energy level. You see the second diagram here, A diagram and B diagram, distribution of energy states. That is, below 0 degree Kelvin, it should be occupied within the Fermi energy level. Above 0 degree Kelvin, the energy level will be shifted to the empty energy level EF. EF விட அதிகமாக இருக்கிற அந்த empty energy லெவலுக்கு all the electrons will move towards the empty energy level. Okay. In the last slide, how in the condition 3, it is given that at T is equal to 0 degree Kelvin, E is equal to EF, F of E is equal to 0.5. But in my notes, I think I was wrongly given E greater than EF. You just change it, E is equal to EF. Okay, right. So now I summarize you. We have seen what is Fermi-Dirac statistics and how the electron distribution takes place in the solids according to this Fermi-Dirac statistics. Okay. In the coming days, in the coming next lectures, I will give you the details about density of states and Fermi-Dirac statistics. Okay. Be safe. We will meet you all in the next lecture.